The buggy choke is probably the weirdest move in Jiu Jitsu, and I got hit by it. But was I able to survive? Before we find out, I have a match against a purple belt that outweighs me, one that I need to win. The match starts off with my opponent pulling guard. He uses a low knee shield to keep distance between us. I try bringing my elbow in front of his knee so I can knee slice, but he stops it. But when I feel his knees come up, I hit a hip switch and pass his guard. When hitting the hip switch, I start with one knee between my opponent's legs. Then, I hit their thigh with my hip as I swing my leg around to get the pass. I pull him onto his side and go for a spinning armbar. Then, I feel him post on my hip, so I knee slice over his frame. He tries turtling, but I pull him back into the armbar. He tries turtling again, but I lock my legs and block his knee with my foot to put him into the inverted triangle. From here I have the threat of the triangle choke and the Kimura. He disconnects his hands to defend the choke, so I start coming up to finish the Kimura. I have so much control with the inverted triangle that I can just slowly move his hand to his shoulder to get the tap. It's finally time for me to face Blaze, the man that put me in the buggy choke. The last thing he told me before the match was protect your neck. So let's see if I can do that.
3, 2, 1, go!
We start off with some hand fighting. He puts me in the plum clinch, but I grab an overtie and pull barfly guard. I enter into his legs.
Why would you ignore 50% of the human body?
But he back steps out to escape. When I feel him pulling on my guard, I come up for a single leg, but he grabs a grip around my neck.
Yo, you best protect your neck.
So I sit back down and remove the grip around my neck. I hit a double ankle sweep and come on top. But then, as I pass his guard, he locks up the buggy choke. I had always said that the buggy choke didn't work, but as the choke became tighter, it seemed that I would need to eat my words. I felt it getting more and more difficult to breathe.
He's got a decent angle on it
I mean,
here.
it looks
Yeah,
pretty
he does,
tight.
man. He's
His arms straight.
I could feel I was running out of time, so I put my forearm on his neck to get room to breathe. I honestly had no idea how to escape this weird submission, so I had to rely on my corner for advice. Once I extended my arm, I finally had enough room to breathe, and Blaze was forced to let go of the submission. Even though I escaped, the match was far from over. We get reset in the middle. I go for a spinning armbar, but it ends up not working. So I go for it again, but it still doesn't work. I hit an arm drag and come up for a single leg, but I feel him try to wrap up my neck, so I let go. He collar ties me, so I fall back and shoot my hips up for an armbar, but he's able to posture out of it because I don't have enough control. The clock was ticking. If I didn't get a submission in the next 3 minutes, the match would go to overtime. In overtime, we start in either the armbar or back position, where it could be anyone's game. So I knew I needed to get the submission, and fast. But Blaze had the same idea, so he falls back to attack my legs. I turn to hide my heel, then I push off to escape. After I escaped, I could tell he was getting tired, so I started to pick up the pace. I bring my knee across to go for a triangle, but he defends by grabbing my foot, so instead I start attacking from mount. I spend some time attacking, but Blaze does a good job defending. I need to find this submission or else we would get reset and Blaze will get the chance to submit me. I pry his arms open and start looking for the gift wrap. I reach around his head and grab his wrist, so he bridges to defend, but he ends up giving up his back. I start going for the choke, and as he defends, I grab a cross wrist grip and use it to trap his arm. Now he only has one arm to defend with. He tucks his chin to protect his neck, but I lift his head up and slide my arm through to get the choke.
Rear naked choke finish in your opening match here for Josh Richards out of 10th Planet, New York City. Fun match between Blaze Malabre and your winner, Josh Richards.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and drop a like for that YouTube algorithm. I'll see you next time.